So what the heck is going on in the Philippines with this vlogger stuff? You know, making vlogging outlawed, basically. I'm hearing all the stories and all the horror stories and all the worries and the hand wringing. We're going to talk about that and how it might affect us here in Thailand. You ready? Let's go. All right, hey, what's going on? It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia, here at one of my favorite places to go, O'Shea's Irish Pub, here at 33/1 in Prompong off of Sukhumvit. Sukhumvit's right there. And I just ordered my dinner. I'm gonna have a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, fries, and a tiger pint. And then after dinner, we'll talk about this whole fiasco thing with the Philippines and vloggers. So what I'm hearing is that they've made it pretty much illegal to film in public, especially if there's people that you're filming in public. So unaware or unassuming people that you have your video camera on. And there's all this hubbub about this. Now, I don't know, I haven't looked into all the details yet. I don't know if there's anything to it or not, but I know a lot of vloggers are worried. It's like, oh, this could be the end of my vlogging career in the Philippines as we know it. So it's kind of funny, but you know what, at the same time, I'm a little concerned about what might happen moving forward, especially here in Thailand, and not so much the laws and the rules affecting us here in Thailand, but there's a lot of bad people in the Philippines that are vloggers, a lot of bad expats that are vloggers, and they're doing a lot of stupid things, and that's why they're cracking down on this rule. And I think this law's been around for a while, but they're cracking down on it because of some of the things that have been happening lately. And you know, you got the Vitali guy that's in jail right now, but you also have other expat vloggers there that are doing just as bad things. They're just demeaning the locals, the Filipino people there, and it's just not a good look. And it's giving the normal vlogger, the legit vloggers, YouTubers, a real bad reputation. And my worry is that those grifters are gonna leave the Philippines and come here and ruin what's going on here, because right now I don't see a lot of bad vloggers, a lot of bad YouTubers here in Thailand and here in Bangkok. Now, there may be some that I'm not aware of, but for the most part, the ones I see, the ones I watch their videos, they're all pretty much up and up. They're just legit people. They're positive. They talk about what's good about Thailand, what's good about Bangkok. They talk about their experiences, and they kind of talk about what to do and what not to do when you're here, you know, especially when you first get here. Speaking of, I got my tiger, so I'm in good shape. So that's my biggest worry. If you get some of those loser, grifter YouTubers that are leaving the Philippines and come here and bring their bad reputation here, that's what really I'm most worried about, because like I said, nobody's doing anything bad here. You know, and what'll happen is, now I've lived here since October. I've been traveling here for about 2.5 years, going on 3 years now. So I know just a little bit about Thailand, I know a little bit about Bangkok, and I'll share my experiences about that, but I don't get over my skis. In other words, I don't talk about things I don't know about. And if there's something that comes up in maybe the comments or everyday life here that I don't know the answer to, I'm not gonna give you a fake answer. You know, and some of these YouTubers will come over from the Philippines. I've seen them do it in the Philippines, They come in, they've been there, a month or two, and they think they know everything about BGC or whatever. They call that in psychology or in science, they call that the Dunning-Kruger effect. And what that means is you gain a little bit of knowledge and you overassess how much you actually know about that subject. So a lot of these YouTubers will come in and they'll be here a month and they think they know everything there is to know about Bangkok. They did it in the Philippines, and that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want them to come here and start spewing off crap that's untrue, misinformation, where maybe you are thinking about coming to Thailand or coming to Bangkok, and you watch these YouTubers and you get misinformation or you get bad information, and what that does is kind of sway your opinion one way or another. Maybe they're painting it too good a picture. It's like, oh, you can live in Bangkok for $500 a month or whatever, or don't come to Bangkok, it's a filthy, dirty city and all it's filled with prostitutes. Whatever the case may be, they'll fill you with untruths and misinformation, and you take it to heart because you're watching this guy and he's right there in Bangkok or wherever in Thailand. And so you may think, okay, this guy must know a little bit about what he's talking about. So that Dunning-Kruger effect comes into effect, and there's a dip, and then the longer you're here, the more information you gather, and the more you realize that, oh, I didn't know what I thought I knew when I first got here. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I knew coming in, it's like I don't know everything. What I do know is what I experienced firsthand, and watching YouTubers here in Thailand and especially in Bangkok that have been here for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years plus. So I kind of rely on their information along with my personal experiences to help you guys along. So hopefully it does. Hopefully it helps you guys, and I want to continue to do that. But at the same time, I just don't want to see the filth of the bad YouTubers that I know live in the Philippines now, and they think, oh, my life is over as a YouTuber. I can't make that $200 a month and survive in the Philippines anymore, so I'm going to have to come to another country and exploit their locals, because that's what they do. You watch some of those channels, and they go into the poorest communities and they show the poorest people, and they act like they're doing the YouTube world a favor by showing how bad these people are off. And that's just not right. I don't do that. I've been asked to do that. I was asked several times to go to the ghettos, to go to the poor places in the Philippines, and I refuse, because I don't want to exploit someone's poor situation just for my gain. And so that's what a lot of these YouTubers do. Or they'll go in the province and they'll show these cute little, young Filipina, and it's basically it's their flirting machine, their flirting mechanism. Being a YouTuber, that gives them the license to flirt with these young Filipinas, who some may or may not be of age. So those are the YouTubers that they can stay in the Philippines or just leave YouTube completely. It'd be all right with me, but I'm kind of on my high horse here, but that's okay. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this situation. Is it overblown there in the Philippines? Are they exaggerating? I know a lot of times there's a cause and effect. So if something bad happens, then they step up the legal, the law enforcement on it. And then after a while, it backs down a little bit. And I think with this Fatali thing and this live streaming, it got out of control. So they decided to, maybe this law has always been in place or been in place for a while. So, but they're enforcing it now, and they'll enforce it for a little while until things settle down a little bit and the public's satisfied. And then they will go back to how it was before. So we'll see what happens, see if they do any more crackdowns. It'll be interesting to find out. I know in BGC, the thing is you have to have a permit to videotape in public there, to live stream. So we'll see if anything happens with that. But, I never had a problem anywhere I went. I was always greeted kindly, with smiles. and never had a problem with the law, never had a problem with security, because I always did it on the up and up. I was always kind, I was always respectful to the Filipinos. So I think if you're like that, you're not gonna have a problem. But some of these video guys, some of these YouTubers over there might. So we'll see what happens. Just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on. I'm gonna get my my Philly sandwich here in just a second and enjoy that. Then take a walk maybe to the park or something, because it's a nice evening. No rain tonight. It's about almost 6 o'clock, and it's going to be really nice here. So as always, like, share, and subscribe, and hit those comments. Please be respectful, because if you're not, I'll block you. I mean, I just don't like, you can disagree with me, but do it in a respectful manner. There's no need for name calling or anything like that to me or anybody else on the videos, or anybody else watching or in the comments. And as always, live life, my friend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.